So for our first part DNA extraction, we're going to put ATL buffer, 1% SDS solution, and AL buffer into our microcentrifuge tube. So I have this already set at 50 microliters. Put that into our tube. That's our ATL. And then we are doing the 1% SDS. We're doing 50 microliters of that. And then 50 microliters of AL buffer. So now we're going to take our agar plate with our bacteria, and we're taking our sterile loop. We're going to uncover it. Since this one is already sterile in a package, we don't have to flame it. So I'm just going to take one of these colonies. Make sure that there is some DNA on that loop. There we go. And we're literally just going to swish this down here in our solution here. Make sure we got all that bacteria off of there. And then we're just going to cover our loop back up and dispose of this in biohazard. Okay, so now we're going to take our little buffer SDS and then bacteria, and we're going to vortex it. Vortex just spins it around, mixes it for us. Okay, now that that's all mixed, we're going to take our proteinase K and we're going to put 10 microliters of that into our extraction. Okay. Okay, now we're putting this in our heat block at 65 degrees Celsius, and then that is going to stay there for 30 minutes. So after we've gotten our sample off this heat block here, we're going to put this into the microcentrifuge here. Balance that out. Put our lid back on, close it, and we are going to run it for 2 minutes at 200 or 2 RPM. Or for 5 minutes at 5 minutes at 2000 RPM. Okay, now that our sample is out of the heat block, we are going to vortex it, mix it again. Okay, and then there will be a little pellet at the bottom of this, so we don't want to disturb that because that's all the DNA leftover stuff. So we're going to take a new microcentrifuge tube, and we're just literally just going to pipette all of our stuff, our supernatant, into the new microcentrifuge tube. There should be quite a bit that you have to extract off of there. Okay, so we left everything but that little pellet in the bottom there. So now we're going to take our ammonium acetate and put 200 microliters of that into our supernatant. Okay. And then we're going to get 400 microliters of our ethanol. Okay, so now we're going to add that 400 of the ethanol into our solution here. So then this is when we're going to take this. We're gonna vortex it now. And then this is going to go into an ice bath for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna come over here. We're going to put this in to the centrifuge, which is right here. We're just going to open it up, put this in here, and then we're going to balance it. Right, like that. And then we're gonna put the lid back on, close that, and then we're gonna do it for 3 minutes at max speed, just 6 minutes right here, and then we're going to start it.
So this is all I have. I'll throw it in the huh?
Okay, now after we've let that pellet dry out, we have it in here, and we are now going to resuspend it in our AE buffer so it doesn't dry out. And it's right here. Okay. That's in there. And then now we're just going to give that to our professor so then they can put it away and store it for us until we do our electrophoresis next week.